Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have an easy one-pot dinner recipe that you guys are going to love. I'll be making my smoky bacon creamy chicken gnocchi soup. And this smoky version of everyone's favorite creamy soup is just packed with so much incredible flavor. We're going to be adding some smoky bacon and smoked paprika for that smoky flavor, and then we'll be adding all those traditional elements of this classic soup. We'll be using chicken breast, gnocchi, spinach, lots of garlic, lots of parmesan cheese. You guys are going to love all the flavors here. This easy one-pot dinner is just bound to become a family favorite. Let's get started. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to put together. I'm going to start things with the bacon today. I've diced 8 slices of smoked bacon. I'm going to drop that into my heated pan. We just need to render these bacon bits until they're nice and crispy. Today for my video, so you guys have a better visual of what all my ingredients look like, I am going to be using a frying pan for part of the recipe. Now when I'm making this at home for myself, and when you guys make this at home for yourself, feel free to fry everything inside of your soup pot so you have that true one-pan dinner. And this bacon smells so incredibly delicious. I can't wait to have that with the soup. Next, I'm going to add in about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I like to use high quality salted butter, which just adds even more flavor into the recipe. Into my bacon bits, I'm going to add in 1 large diced onion, 3 large sliced carrots, and 2 diced celery sticks. I'm going to toss this all together and then just saute this mixture for about 5 minutes until the onions and carrots are softened. And after about 5 minutes, I'm going to add in my garlic. I've minced 8 garlic cloves. You can add anywhere from 6 to 8 garlic cloves. I just love to have that garlic flavor. Next, I'll add in 1 tablespoon of fresh thyme leaves, 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped rosemary, and we're going to pour in 1/2 cup of white wine. I'm going to toss this all together, and then I'm going to let this wine reduce until almost all the liquids are gone. And at the same time, I'm also going to use my spatula and just kind of scrape up any of those fried on little bacon bits from the bottom of the pan. It's the perfect time to do that. Oh, this smells so good. I can't wait to enjoy this soup. It just tastes so incredible, especially during these colder fall and winter nights when you're craving some comfort food. This soup is it. And this mixture is just about done. I'm going to transfer everything into my soup pot. And again, I usually do everything in the pot to begin with. I just wanted to show you guys all these incredible ingredients close up. Next, for seasoning the soup, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and to thicken our soup, I'm going to add in 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. You want to toss the flour and the salt and the smoked paprika. Let that cook down for about 1 minute. I'm also going to add in some freshly ground black pepper. And now I'm ready to add in my chicken broth. Today I'm going to be using 6 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to pour in just a couple of cups at first. Let that chicken broth thicken from the flour. And then I also want to pick up any of those little burnt on tidbits from the bottom of the pan. And then I'll pour in the remaining chicken broth. This soup is so incredibly aromatic. You guys are going to love the flavors here. And now I'm ready for my chicken. Today I am using 2 large chicken breasts. They weighed in at about 1.25 pounds. You can use anywhere from 1 to 1.5 pounds of chicken breast or chicken thigh. I've cubed the chicken into small bite-sized pieces. I'm going to add the cubed chicken into the soup broth. I'm going to cover my pot with the lid and bring the soup up to a boil. Once the soup comes up to a boil, I'm going to let it cook anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes until that chicken is completely cooked, and then we'll be ready to add the rest of our ingredients. My chicken is just about ready, and before I add in my milk and cream, I'm going to add in my spinach. I have 5 ounces of spinach. I love to have spinach in my chicken gnocchi soup, but if you want a little bit less, you could cut this amount in half. I'm also going to add in some fresh gnocchi that I picked up at Whole Foods. I have just a little bit over 1 pound, and it takes just a couple of minutes to cook. I'm going to drop that in. And I'm going to let all of this cook for another 2 minutes. And now I'm ready to add my last ingredients. I'm going to take off my lid, and this is at a nice simmer. Next, I'm going to pour in 2 cups of whole milk. And we'll need 1 cup of cream. I love lots of cheese in my soup, so I'm adding in 2 cups of grated parmesan. And I'll also add in a couple tablespoons of fresh parsley. And now let's give this all a mix. Oh, this looks so creamy and delicious. Now that I've added my milk and my cream, I'm just going to let the soup heat back up and come up to a simmer. You don't want it to come up to like a rolling boil, otherwise it can kind of foam up and go over the sides. Once it's up at a simmer, it's ready to be enjoyed. I usually like to let this soup stand for a good 15 to 20 minutes before ladling it up, and that way I'll give it a little bit of time to thicken. Oh, I wish you guys could smell the aroma of this. It smells so good with the smoky bacon and the paprika. Going to sprinkle some fresh parsley over the top. I also like to grate some more Parmesan cheese over the top because you can never have too much of it for this recipe. Add some fresh ground pepper, and you could also finish it off with a little bit more of the smoked paprika. And that's it for my smoky bacon chicken gnocchi soup. This smells so incredibly delicious, so mouth-watering. I can't wait to dig in and enjoy. For the full recipe, make sure to head on down in the video description box. I'll have a link there that'll take you over to my website where you can find the full recipe and the recipe with metric measurements. Time to dig in and enjoy. All I'm missing is some warm garlic bread or breadsticks on the side with this. That would totally complete this meal. Oh, it looks so good. This is still really piping hot. And I'm going to dig in, grab some of the chicken. This just looks and smells so, so good. Guys, this soup is so good. Having that smoky bacon with this classic chicken soup just takes it to a whole nother level. So, so good. This is amazing. I am loving how all the different textures and flavors come together. You have bits of the juicy chicken breast, the pillowy gnocchi, the spinach, lots of garlic and smoky flavor, and that creamy chicken broth is just out of this world amazing. I also really like to add that white wine into this recipe. Adds a little bit of acidity, which helps balance out the richness from the bacon and the cream. This is some serious comfort food. It's gonna be perfect for those chilly fall and winter nights when you're looking for something warming and delicious. Don't forget to head on down in the video description box for the recipe link. I hope you guys enjoyed this dish at home as much as I do, and I'll see you next time with a new recipe.